would you do if you were in a job interview and they asked you to describe this heckin' pupper, and they showed you a picture of a nice dog?
I would say that's a good boy.
I'd say that's a heckin' good doggo, sir.
I'd say that's a heckin'
I
good
would
doggo.
really try to lean into it.
Oh, geez, sir, that's a heckin' good doggo. That looks like one good pupper there.
That's a good pupper right there. I give that Ted Narwhals out of bacon.
That's the thing, I think millennials don't deserve as much hate as they get for this. For the kind of stuff that they call, like, a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like
everything's a dog.
Well, it's, they call it, they're like the baby talk that they do. Like the, oh, what a heckin' good pupper.
Go out
What a pupperino, yeah, I'm trying to. Like, I think that's fine. I think that's normal, and I think that, it's not cringe.
Fucking people were doing it when, remember in Elden Ring and everything became a dog? People saw turtles and they were like, that's a dog.
I'm not saying it's that they call everything a dog. I'm saying that it's...
like the baby talk
they say heckin' pupper and...
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at that doggo and stuff. I think that's just fine. I think it's regular, and I think that you're a spoil sport if you're upset about it.
I don't call things like heckin' puppers or something, but I do definitely still call Stink like a puppy sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean I call my cat a puppy and she's like 12.
Yeah, Stink's about the same age, and I'm like, who's a good puppy? It's like, it's the puppy.
You have a puppy. Yeah, it's like how my cats are kittens. They're my little baby kittens, and like no, they're not. They're like 2. That's actually something I've gotten really into lately. Is like, whenever they're acting out, I'm like, you're literally 2 years old. Like you're better than this. Like whenever they're acting like babies and like crying for extra food or like begging for attention
2 years
or whatever,
old.
I'm like, you're 2. You should be old enough to not be up to any of that crap.
Calm the hell down.
Yeah. You need to act like an adult.
Crouton, one of my favorite nicknames for Crouton is we call him the Croot sometimes. Like, as in like, kind of like playing off of like Groot from like Marvel. We're like, I am Groot.
Yeah.
Like it's the Groot.
The Groot.
The Groot. The Groot is loose.
Can I be like done with this stage of the game now?
I think you just gotta do missions and
like,
progress stuff.
Do missions until it moves on. Let's just try some fucking Shadow Gloves, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Maybe this might operate on Monster Hunter rules. Maybe there's key quests.
There are, but they're like labeled with keys, like literally Kingdom Hearts keys.
Oh, really?
But I've done all of the key ones already.
It probably wants you to do a set amount. You don't have to do all of them, but
like
you might
the
have
key
to do
ones plus X of the other.
Yeah. Key quest plus 2 or 3 other ones, maybe. I don't know. What is this? Shadow Globs?
Shadow Globs.
Yeah, kind of like I do like the structure of how you're kind of exploring 2 worlds at the same time, so you're bouncing between them.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of fun.
I guess
that's
we
not something
still
Kingdom
haven't
Hearts.
finished this world. I kind of thought we were done with it a while ago.
No, every world will have a boss fight.
Okay, they're just gonna come fucking quick back to back, I guess.
It's kind of like, well, I think the way that it works is that it's more like you'll get the boss fight of this world when you're about halfway through Beast Castle, and then you'll get another world to replace this one, and then when you finish Beast Castle. Yeah, exactly.
So we're at probably the biggest gulf in terms of like bosses.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't understand you, large armor.
You have to hit him in the head.
The head? That's not normal.
Yeah, it is not normal.
Normally you
no.
gotta hit him in the ass.
He's wearing armor. So when he falls over, you hit him, in the little head.
Fire did a ton of damage. Yeah, because they're usually weak to magic.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's normally either they're weak to magic or just that you can hit them anywhere with it, but...
I think they're usually pretty weak to magic. I know the fire bandits are weak to blizzard.
Yeah, it's because they're fire.
Makes sense. Yeah, they're fire.
Well, it makes sense in, like, the twisted Kingdom Hearts rules, where fire is weak to ice and vice versa for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that sort of mentality, personally. I'm a Pokemon gamer.
Something that always fucked me up in the Mega Man Battle Network games is that they have a very clear, like, weapon or, like, element cycle where fire beats grass, or fire beats wood, wood beats electric, electric beats water, water beats fire. You know? Very clear like, element.
In my
but the problem is that... Oh, I was gonna say the problem is that ice is... Some navies would be ice, but that's considered a water element. So like I would get confused and I would think to use fire because in my head I always operate on Pokemon logic.
Yeah.
And ice is weak to fire, but that's not the case.
I just think there's some cowardice inherent to a perfectly symmetrical weakness system. I don't respect it when the weakness system is like fire beats ice and ice beats fire and electric beats magic and magic beats electric. I don't fuck with that. I respect straight up doing rock, paper, scissors a la like the weapon triangle. That I respect, like a perfect cycle.
Yeah.
Because at least there's some variety involved. It's not just like these two things hit each other hard. And I respect most of all the insanity of like a Pokemon system where it's just like impossible to actually balance because it's just insanity. That's what I like.
Someone,
I'm a sicko for that.
Someone mapped out what I forget what it was. Someone mapped out what Pokemon would be like if a Pokemon had every single type, what would it be? What would it be weak to? And it was like most weak to rock, I think.
It was like 8x weak to rock, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think weak to ice, maybe. And it was immune to like half of the types because it just has all the immunities that exist.
It would be like 16 weak to like fucking ground if it didn't have flying. Like
ground is ground, ice, and rock are the very common
weaknesses.
Yeah.
I always downplay rock. I'm not a rock respecter.
Rock is a very strong offensive type. It's a really good coverage type. Like the classic, the two classic type combos in competitive Pokemon are, I gotta go up and about around. What am I doing? Are Bolt Beam, which is Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, or alternatively sometimes Blizz Bolt if you're playing an older game where Blizzard is okay, like red, green, blue. And then the physical side of that is Quake Slide. It's Rock Slide and Earthquake.
Oh.
Because the you'll hit ice, you'll hit flying, and then you'll hit like steel, fire, etc. with ground, and it just hits a ton
I always
of
love
stuff.
the memes where it's
Rock.
like. I always love the memes where it's like me now crafting my Pokemon team, you know, to get type coverages and all that, and then me as 10 years old, fucking Earthquake everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty fucking good, honestly.
Still works.
Earthquake is an incredible move. It has like a ridiculously high base power and hits a lot of things super effectively.
Sure does.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, there's one.
No, the thing with Rock is it's one of those types that like suffers mostly from like Game Freak there's obviously a lot of hard rules in how like the types and stuff are designed, like how they interact with one another. But then there's also a decent amount of like design trends that aren't like hard rules, but things they tend to do. And one of those tendencies is to say that like rock types have high defense.
Yeah.
Which doesn't tend to work out for rock types because it's just a completely fucking piss-poor defensive type. It has a ton of weaknesses to really strong attacking types like fighting and ground and water.
Yeah, and they usually have shit like special defense.
And they usually have shit special defense, and like you usually want to have fewer weaknesses if you.
Can you target that from here, by the way?
Oh.
Just use magic on it.
I never thought of using magic on the shadow globs.
Yeah.
I never even fucking considered that because I'm an imbecile. Okay, that'll make things easier. Yeah. Like ice is another one of those ones where like there just aren't enough really fast, really offensive ice types. Because that's where ice type is really good. It's like it hits things really hard, and so having like really strong ice stab and being able to hit more other things is really good. It's just like they've decided that every ice type is extremely frail, and they all have a million weaknesses, and they just don't tend to be like fast enough.
Dude, I remember when I played Pokemon
you need to be like a
Y
for ice to work.
When I played Pokemon Y, I used Aurorus, and I loved Aurorus. Mine was named Brozone, and I loved him. But goddamn, so many weaknesses.
That's a horrible type. Rock Ice, yeah.
Rock Ice,
That's
yeah.
like one of the worst possible types.
It's rough.
Four times weakness to fighting. 4 times weakness to steel.
Yep.
That's gnarly.
Yeah. So many weaknesses.
Yeah.
And it was very slow, but it was so pretty. It's such a pretty Pokemon.
Did you know in Gen 1, here's a fact I know that maybe other people don't know. You know that in Gen 1, fire didn't resist ice?
Really?
So Charizard is weak to ice in Gen 1.
Huh. That's crazy.
There's like no ice types. Not many ice types.
I mean,
well, there's actually plenty of in competitive red, blue, yellow. Blizzard is just an amazing move because it freezes pretty frequently, and it, for some reason, has 90% to hit.
Do people play competitive like Gen 1?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yes, the best Pokemon, one of the strongest Pokemon in any format ever. Gen 1 Tauros is the best Pokemon, and
I've heard Tauros is. I actually have heard.
Do you know how? There's a reason for this. Do you know how? Hyper Beam worked in Gen 1.
No.
In Gen 1, Hyper Beam only has a recharge turn if it doesn't KO.
Oh my god.
So if you KO something with Hyper Beam, yes. And in Gen 1, crit rate is based off of speed. And Tauros has enough of a speed stat that it has like a 25% to crit or something.
That's crazy.
So it's just really fast and really strong and really good at just killing things with
It just crits and steamrolls through Hyper Beam.
Has a weirdly good special stat too in Gen 1, and that makes it bulky and also able to use the normal type, like pretty deep special move pool. Or like just wide move pool. So it uses Blizzard and stuff. It uses Stab Body Slam to paralyze, is really good in Gen 1. Yeah, it's really strong. Okay, I guess we're just doing all of these because I don't know.
I guess we're just...
Collect emblems. Sure, I like collecting emblems. No, the other really good Gen 1 Pokemon are Alakazam, Chansey, Snorlax. I think Jinx is pretty good. I think Zapdos is quite good.
Is it Mewtwo busted?
Mewtwo is far and away like Mega Rayquaza.
He's probably
strong.
like banned.
It's banned. There is an Ubers tier. The only Ubers are Mew and Mewtwo. And Mewtwo is extremely fucking strong. Because Special in Gen 1 did double duty. It was
special attack and special defense.
So Amnesia is just a +2/+2.
Jesus Christ.
So
Gen 1 is so funny.
Gen 1 is really funny. That's another one of those things that just makes certain Pokemon really strong, is just like knowing Amnesia.
Yeah.
Because you can just double 2 of your stats. And then the rocks, they're actually pretty good in Gen 1. So Rhydon and Golem are both very good, and basically anything that can explode. Executor is pretty strong in Gen 1.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because the way, you know how old Explode used to work?
No, how did it work?
It used to, before, so 250 base damage, right? But before applying that damage, it used to quietly have the defense of the thing you're using it against. So it just functionally, that and self-destruct were both like this. Oh, fuck off, you symbol monkey. Get out of here. They used to basically be 500 base power. Like they would regularly kill through resists if you had a decent attack stat.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've only played through Gen 1 once.
I have actually never played a Gen 1
like a full
game.
all the way through.
I've never played it even slightly.
Oh, really?
No.
You should give it a look sometime. It's
I probably will at some point, I'm sure. I love Pokemon.
I mean, it's in you've played Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I love Kanto. I played through Kanto, obviously.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
But it is everywhere.
But I've never played the original games.